Hey Gemini, I hope that you're doing good today. If you're seeing this, I'm currently in Europe. I don't know where I'm at, but that's running around Europe somewhere. So if you're seeing this, hopefully it found you at the right time. I think it did. I think so. Anyways, let's start with like a basic message, see what you need to hear. Okay. Leo season is going to be very significant for you. We do have some challenge cards coming out here. Okay, so we start with the Sun and the Six of Wands in the reverse. Gemini, I feel like you're struggling with wanting to be in the spotlight or wanting some sort of attention or wanting some sort of like gratification, and it's not here yet. We then have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords coming out as a challenge. If this is having to do with a certain person, I feel like someone's not paying attention to you. It could just be like you're not where you're at in you're not where you want to be in your career yet, right? The Four of Swords is like needing to kind of like sit down, rest, and heal. I always kind of see it as like, it's like when you approach burnout and you need to just kind of sit the fuck down, right? The Queen of Swords is like, logically, what do we need to be doing right now? What is the best thing? Like, what is the answer here? And what is the logical answer? Not just like, what do we want, but like, what do we really need? Overall, we have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Ten of Wands is being really stressed out, and the Ace of Swords reverse is not having clarity. I think some of you Geminis are very scared of what lies ahead. If you don't really know what's next, you're on the right path. So I don't really know who needs to hear that. But expecting, or just, I don't know, just knowing everything that's coming next is not necessarily the answer. I think that society has told us that we need to, you know, get a 9-to-5 and we need to have 2.5 children and we need to buy a house and we need to do this and we need to do that, and that's what's next. But that's not everybody's path, and it doesn't, and that path is not the wrong path. It's just, it may not be your path, and that's okay. That's okay that hasn't happened yet. We have Leo energy here. Why is this coming up? You're really worried about this. Nine of Swords. Like, up at 3 a.m. like, oh God, what am I doing? Okay, we have the Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles both in the reverse as well. I feel like you haven't really been asking for help, and you also, like, you've been trying to do everything by yourself. You've been trying to do everything on your own. With the Three of Pentacles reverse here, that's like not wanting to collaborate with anyone. The Nine of Cups reverse is not getting what you want. So I think you're going to have to ask for help. This could also be mental health help as well. So I definitely feel like some of you Geminis need to go talk to a therapist. Okay. We have the Moon in the reverse and the Hermit. So this is like, we need to reveal the shadows, we need to face them, and then we need to kind of go within and see what's up. What do we need to do? How do we fix this? Overall, we have the Temperance and the Four of Cups in the reverse. I feel like no matter what you do, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, you're always discontent. You're always looking for the next best thing, which I fear is a shadow of most Geminis. Doesn't matter what gender you are. The thing about Gemini energy is that it's very exciting. It's very like go, 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 go. You guys are yappers. You always have a ton of ideas. You're always willing to talk for hours on end about anything, really. But sometimes it's really hard for Geminis to ground. Sometimes it's really hard for Geminis to take one thing and really like nurture it and like take the necessary steps to bring it down here into reality. And it's not that you guys never get anything done. Like, having a bunch of ideas and planting seeds is not a bad thing. In fact, you should be acting on whatever your highest passion is. If you want to work on 15 projects at a time, that's totally cool and you should do that. However, if you're constantly dissatisfied, there's something wrong here. And I think it's because you want a certain lifestyle, or you want a certain something, and it's like you get halfway through the creation process and then you can't follow through because you have another idea coming through. So it's not just about planting the seeds, it's about watering them as well. And when it comes to gardening or any sort of and growing any sort of plant, it takes time, right? And you have to nurture it, and you have to know exactly what that plant needs. And then you need fertilizer, and then you need this, and then you need that, you know, talk to your plants and shit like that. But anyway, I just feel like you're very like up here, which is very, it's very Gemini. We have Sagittarius energy here as well, Pisces, Virgo. Okay, what's coming next for Gemini in love? What's coming next for Gemini in love? Oh, okay, that was quick. You're holding on to something way too tightly, Gemini, with the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. You are very disappointed in someone. There's a heartbreak here, and you have been holding on to it. You have not let it go. I would encourage you to let it go, but I can't tell you what to do. I feel like you've been holding on to this for a long time, like years and years and years. It's really affecting you. I also think that it's part of like your belief system too, and I think it's why you can't get a lot of stuff done. So this could also be like inner child stuff, right? We have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. I feel like getting attention and like flirting with people and finding partners is not really an issue. I find that it's not really an issue for Geminis to get partners, men and women. So like you guys are very flirtatious people. You guys love to talk to people. And you guys are also very attractive. Your energy is very attractive because you guys are very like goofy. You guys are really funny, very easy to just kind of be around. The emotional relationship part is where it starts to get a little and this is kind of the same for all air signs, really. As an Aquarius, you know, people talk a lot of shit about Aquarians, so you know, I'm right there with you. We have the King of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So again, we have all this flirtatious energy, we have all this honeymoon stage energy, and then we have this, well, I don't really want to go too deep, so I'm just gonna leave. Right? Like this is definitely ghosting, cutting off communication out of nowhere. And the King of Swords reversed to me always kind of talks about narcissism. So I'm not calling you a narcissist, but you cut off your feelings long enough and it's something that can develop. So just be really careful. You know, the more you cut yourself off, the less that you feel, the less empathy you feel, the darker life becomes. The thing about Geminis too is that you guys are the twins. I always see that there's like the good side to the Geminis and then there's the bad side. I think the good thing about Geminis is that you guys have a lot to say and you guys have a lot to do and you guys have a lot of energy. And sometimes it takes a long time to like establish like really meaningful connections. I think it's very, I don't want to say rare, but like if you lock down a Gemini, it's because that Gemini like really, really, really has opened up to you, and Geminis just don't do that very often. I think it's the same for Aquarians as well. But the bad side about Geminis, and every sign has a bad side, but like the evil twin Gemini is, well, I'm just gonna leave. Well, you're wrong, I'm just gonna leave. This doesn't suit me anymore, I'm just gonna leave. And that's not really how you should treat other people, right? And so I think Geminis all kind of go through this phase, or they all have this come to Jesus moment through their, or in their life, where they realize that they have to, sometimes they have to stick things out. Like sometimes you don't have to do that, right? You know, someone's treating you like shit, you can just leave. But sometimes people really do care about you and they really do want to be around you, and they're not out to get you. And when it's time to really establish a more deeper emotional connection, it is worth it to stay and learn how to nurture that connection. And sometimes the evil side of the Gemini comes out and it gets really scary and you guys just dip out. And I've seen that in men and women. So I think Gemini is something that plagues you guys, is that you get into a lot of honeymoon stages. Yeah. So I kind of see that here. I think you're coming to a crossroads. There's someone here in particular that's really going to catch your eye. And I think that there's a lot of potential here for this to be your person. And you're going to have the choice. Am I going to fall in love? And am I going to nurture this connection? Or am I going to cut myself off? And am I going to give in to this heartbreak that I experienced when I was 3 years old? You know, I'm not saying that your trauma should be pushed away and ignored. It should definitely be addressed. But this person coming in, they're not the person who hurt you. So you shouldn't punish them for what happened to you in the past. Let me know what you do, Gemini. Let me know what you do. What's coming next in career for Geminis? Eight of Pentacles and just, ooh, okay. So for those of you who have been done dirty at work, I do see that issue being resolved. I do feel like you're going to be vindicated here with the Justice and the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, justice is like good karma coming towards you, like following the rules. It's justice coming towards you, you know. Eight of Pentacles is putting work into something, or even the workplace. We then have the Page of Swords reverse and the Hangman. Yeah, this is going to take some time. This kind of feels like HR, like going through HR, some sort of investigation. Like Page of Swords reverse can be needing to do research. So I do feel like this is going to go your way. Overall, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Tower in the reverse. I feel like your reputation is going to get rebuilt here. I don't know what happened to you guys, but I feel like you didn't do anything wrong. I feel like you got thrown under the bus or something, and you got caught up in some sort of investigation. I feel like you were kind of like roped into this. And just make sure to stand up for yourself, because I really don't think that you did anything wrong. And don't throw yourself under the bus just so somebody doesn't get in trouble or get fired, because I feel like if you do that, if you set yourself on fire to keep this person warm, I do feel like it'll be really bad for you. Yeah, I just see things going really well for you. So don't set yourself on fire. Pisces, Scorpio, and Libra here. Okay, anyways, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. Anything else? I don't think so. I'm not sure when I'm going to open up my private readings again, but love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Bye.